Gary Soto was born on April 12, 1952, the second child of Manuel and Angie Soto. The family lived in Fresno, California, and like many Mexican Americans, Soto's parents and grandparents worked as laborers in the surrounding San Joaquin Valley, the agricultural center of the state. Typical jobs including picking oranges, cotton, and grapes for very little pay, or working in the often dangerous packing houses of local businesses such as Sun-Maid Raisin Company. When Soto was just 5 years old, his father was killed in an accident while working at Sun-Maid. Manuel Soto's death had a devastating effect on his family, both emotionally and economically. Gary was hit particularly hard and spent years brooding over the accident. Angie Soto was left with 3 small children to raise. After Manuel Soto's death, the family moved to a rough neighborhood in an industrial area of Fresno. To make ends meet, Angie Soto and the children's grandparents took what jobs they could find. As Gary and his siblings grew older, they too worked in the fields and the factories of Fresno. Regardless, the family struggled. Working left little time for school, and when Soto did go, he made very poor marks. He began writing for children because he wanted to, as he says, start Chicanos reading. In all of his autobiographical works, readers are introduced to Soto's neighborhood through snapshot descriptions of family, friends, sights, sounds, and smells. In fact, Soto was praised for having a seemingly photographic memory of such ordinary things as my grandmother sipping coffee, or tearing jelly red sweetness from the Danish she was eating, or a jacket that was the color of day-old guacamole. In 1988 book page interview, Soto explained his ability to write with such clarity. He grew up in a blighted area of South Fresno, and these are the pictures I have taken with me when I write. They stir up the past, the memories, they are so vivid. Soto's poetry for children is much lighter in tone than his adult works. As he does in his autobiographical prose, he celebrates small moments from his childhood that can be understood by any young person growing up anywhere. When Soto writes for older teens, the topics can be quite complex. He further explores the pressure of growing up as a young Mexican American in the 1997 Buried Onions, which chronicles the story of Eddie, a young man struggling to escape poverty and gang life by going to school and staying far away from his cholos, his gang friends. Soto picks up the story of gang life in the novel sequel, The Afterlife, published in 2003. He often uses code switching in his writing, switching between Spanish and English. As Soto shares, I think we are all the same. We might change in dress, we might change in dance or music, we might change in the skateboarding or little things like that. But basically, we all have the same motive. We like to eat, we like to love, we like to enjoy our free time and friendship. Those are the things that don't change, no matter what.